start how to divide polynomials. So let's have a new color pen. So when you say divide polynomials, it would matter on the structure. Remember that the structure works with the divided by the divisor, and then this would be the quotient. So when you divide now a polynomial, so a polynomial is an algebraic expression where the degree is integral, positive integral. So when you say positive integral, so we need to identify for its integers. It can't be decimal, it can be fraction, it can be negative. So this should be polynomials divided by a polynomial. So structure 1, it's much easier if this is working on the number of terms. So if this is polynomial divided by a monomial, so it's much easier for us to look at that. So for example, I have here 4x squared minus 8 divided by 2. In structure, we can write that as well in this manner, like 4x squared minus 8 divided by 2. It will have now a separation for each term. So it will have now 4x squared divided by 2 minus 8 divided by 2. Getting now the quotient is much easier. So you have now your 2x squared minus 4. And this is now the quotient. So for our case, if there's a polynomial divided by a monomial, the separation for a plus minus would be utilized. However, if we are working with another case, which is the second case, which is a polynomial divided by a binomial. So for an example, I have here x squared minus 5x plus 6 divided by x minus 2. So in that case, we will now write the first way on how to divide that is using factoring. Now when we use now factoring, we write now an expression into a product of 2 or more expressions. Like for example, x squared minus 5x plus 6. So it could be written as x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 3. That is, those are the factors, and then x minus 2. So as you can see, if you can see that, it turns out to be the polynomial, which is the dividend, can be cancelled by the divisor x minus 2. Because when we have this one, another idea, it could be written as x squared over x minus 2 minus 5 over x minus 2 plus 6 over x minus 2 when you're dividing it. So that's why we need to do the factoring. So what's left now? The quotient will lead us to x minus 3. And there are other ways on how to divide this one. Let's have now the other one would be the long division. The long division is like when you're dividing now your numbers, and then there would be a symbol like this one. So you have now your x squared minus 5x plus 6, which is your dividend, and then you have now x minus 2. Am I right? Now, when doing that, you do it one at a time. So there's a lot of process that we're working. So let's have this one. Let's me use now blue. So in this manner, let me have the color of this one so that it would be different. So, you divide x squared by x. So, technically, in your idea, x squared divided by x. So, the answer would be x. So, in the level of the degree, so there will be x. So, multiplying that x times x, that will be x squared. X times negative 2, negative 2x. Remember, pre-deducting this one. So, it would be changed. So, it would be x minus x squared. That would be 0. And then this would be 3x, because negative 3x rather. Plus 6, bring down 6. So, negative 3x. So, next thing that we want to have is negative 3x divided by x. The answer would be negative 3. So, the answer would be minus 3. Oops. So, 3, negative 3, that would be negative 3x. Would be plus 6, because we are now reversing the sign, so this would lead us to 0. So the quotient now is x minus 3 on the long division. Another method that we would like to see is what we call synthetic division. Synthetic division is quite the same with our long division. However, we're just using now the numerical coefficient. Okay, first step is that you get now your synthetic divisor. Now, your synthetic divisor, knowing now on our given, remember our given is x squared minus 5x plus 6 divided by x minus 2. This is your dividend, and this is now your divisor. Now, from your divisor, which is x minus 2, you equate that to 0 and find the value of x. So, x minus 2 is equal to 0 plus 2 both sides. So, the answer would be 2. So, your synthetic divisor is 2. Now, writing that, you need to write now your synthetic divisor here as 2. Now, remember that the order should be from highest to lowest degree and get the numerical coefficient. So, you have now 1, negative 5, and 6. So, the numerical coefficient of this one. So, writing that, let me have now blue. 1, negative 5, 6. Now, there would be a process. Bring down 1, and then multiply to 2. So, that would be 2. Out at negative 3, multiply negative 6, it will be 0. So, as you can see, this is now your partial answer because you're going to have now a degree lower than 2. So, it would be x. So, your answer would be x, the numerical coefficient is 1, and then negative 3. And this is now how you divide now a polynomial. Hoping you like this video. Thank you for watching.